Hi again, I'm Dylan Black. RAW Impact is coming June 21st to St. Bridget's Centre for the Arts. Boys Don't Draw will be there. Let's find out more right now with Boys Don't Draw. They're here. Apparently they do draw, though. Steph Peric, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good today. How are you doing?
Good. You're the artist and owner of Boys Don't Draw. We also have Samer Chamaa with us as well.
Yes, hey,
good to have you on the program, marketing and communications coordinator. So can you just tell us a bit about RAW, though? What's RAW all about?
So RAW is a show that happens, I guess, once every 3 or so months in the city. They go around the world. They sort of help artists like myself kind of get some sort of exposure, be able to display their art for bands and whatnot. They put on showcases. It's a really great time, great opportunity for artists to kind of put their work out there.
Very good way to promote local as well.
Yeah.
June 21st, it's happening, as I mentioned. So where do you get your inspiration for this very cool artwork that we're going to have a closer look at?
So I get a lot of my inspiration from different sort of hip hop and pop culture sensations. I like to listen to hip hop music, sort of draw the inspiration from the sounds and try to translate it onto a canvas, really.
Okay. Samer, can I ask you now, you guys are buddies, clearly.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's one of the reasons why you guys work together so well. You have a long-standing friendship.
Yeah, well, we met in middle school almost well over 10 years ago, and we instantly clicked as best friends. And I always follow him through his projects, his endeavors, always supporting him. And eventually we found one that stuck really well, which is this art. And just we've been putting our all into it, and just nothing comes between us. We're tight bond.
That's a lesson learned here on TV. Okay, so Steph, can I ask you then, how long have you been branded as Boys Don't Draw?
So Boys Don't Draw is kind of a project I've been doing since March of 2017. Really just sort of started out as drawings I did on my iPad, just did more and more with it, transformed it into an Instagram page, and we've done a few shows so far, so we're really excited to be sharing the art that we do with the world.
That's super cool, and we're seeing some of the photos, some of the artwork as well. Now, what would you consider rap foods? Now you have a rap food series of art.
So rap foods is basically all this branding and whatnot that goes into these different hip artists. I want to try and translate that into sort of everyday food items. So for example, someone like Tyler the Creator put out an album where it was heavily themed and focused around bees and flowers. So we made sort of Tyler the Creator honey, which you can see right here. We do a lot of these different rap foods. It's just sort of a fun way to get people to see something familiar and kind of connect it to a new idea they might not have thought of.
That's cool. Let's talk about your bigger pieces. Now you brought the smaller ones, and I'm sure they're intricate and take some time as well, but you brought some bigger pieces as well. They're quite interesting. So which one would you like to start with and explain for
on
us?
the right there, Holy Post. I think it's cool to kind of take these tongue-in-cheek ideas. A lot of people, when they first saw Post Malone as an artist, made these like connections to him kind of looking like Jesus or whatever. So we basically made him into sort of the Bud Light Holy Post Jesus there. Just kind of a fun tongue-in-cheek idea that we like to do with that.
Everybody's cool with that?
I hope so.
I hope so. Nuketown sounds like a fun place to visit. What's happening here?
So Nuketown is a song put out by two artists, Ski Mask the Slump God and Juice WRLD. Also kind of relates to a video game from the past. We put these ideas together into this kind of faux movie poster. Very cool kind of ideas we like to do with rap foods. We also like to do movie poster parodies, different kind of pop culture sort of things like that.
That's cool. How long would it take you to do the bigger ones like this?
Well, it depends on how much detail goes into it, but honestly, it could go anywhere from about 2 to 6 hours.
2 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
That's a lifetime for me right there. That's impressive stuff. Samer, could I ask you, so you actually at different shows, including this one, you raffle off art pieces?
Yeah, so we always try to have a piece that's kind of has some sort of similarities to the show that we're doing. We did a comedy show. It was George Carlin. So we had a painting of that. So we always try to raffle off. Also, we usually make them follow our Instagram, Boys Don't Draw, just so we're able to have a little bit more exposure for ourselves.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, social media is super important. So can I ask you then about the venue? Like we were talking in the green room, it's a bit of a different place for a venue to have a showcase of music and art. St. Bridget's?
Yeah, so St. Bridget's used to be a church. They turned it into an art center somewhat recently, and at first you think like a church for an art show, like what does that have to do with anything? But it's a really cool venue. They've got a bar downstairs, they've got the stage upstairs. It's a great time, honestly. If you come by with some friends, kind of check out some local artists, and you're able to have a drink with your buddies, it's honestly a great time.
That's cool. I know it's $20 to get in pre-sale, $30 at the door, and it's supporting a local artist, 19+ event. Can you quickly tell me, with about 45 seconds left, left. You've got the For Exposure branding association with your clothing as well.
Yeah, so For Exposure is kind of this branding that we're workshopping into our clothing that we'd like to do. Basically, a lot of that has to do with Boys Don't Draw is the name of our art. Asterisk For Exposure. So basically what that's trying to say is Boys Don't Draw, For Exposure, we do draw and create art pieces for art lovers and, you know, for the appreciation of art.
That's really cool. And we appreciate you being here and just taking the time to bring in this incredible artwork. Best of luck, June 21st, Raw Impact. To Steph and to Samer, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much, Dylan.
Appreciate your time. There you go. Check them out on Instagram, Boys Don't Draw. More Daytime is coming up in moments right here on Rogers TV.